So I am a born-again Christian. That means I am going to heaven. But it says in Psalm 46:10, I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted among the heathen. It doesn't say I will be exalted among the Christians, Al. What happened? It doesn't say I will be exalted among the Jews. It doesn't say I will be exalted among religious people. It says I will be exalted among the heathen. Why? Do you think when the Indian chants to the great God of the forest, he knows who this is? Yes. Do you think when the African chances in his Zulu warriors and calls upon the Great Spirit to come down and bring harvest, he knows who this is? Yes, he does. All we have ever done for those people is send our missionaries and totally screwed them up. Lost everything that they had. We brought them such lovely things as cancer of the stomach with all of our burgers that they'd eaten and never ate before. Show them how to freeze food and keep it for 60 years so that when you eat it, you're sure of getting colon cancer. Wasn't any cancer in Japan until they lost the war. Boy, we got even with them, didn't we? We got a Wendy burger on every corner, and they all going to the doctors. Never had it before. Here we go, Matthew 22. I want you to look at something and watch it very carefully. And doggone it, show your friends. Matthew 22, verse 8. Okay? God says to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Oh, ho, 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 ho. What happened? Because they which were bidden would not meditate. They would not cast their energies to the right side. They would not enter within themselves. Instead, they stayed at church and sang Amazing Grace. They didn't do what the Christ told them to do. Huh. So then verse 9 says, go therefore into the highways. Where? Not into the low ways, into the, look at me, highways. Not into the low ways. Go into the highways. And what happens? If you're in meditation, you are sitting in the highway. Don't you see? The higher consciousness. And what does it say? Go into the highways, and as many as you shall find bid to the marriage. Everybody who sits in silence in the highway is invited to the wedding. See why many have never gotten their invitation. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all, as many as they found, watch out, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. You can see somebody coming right into the wedding of the Lamb. Yeah, I'm bad, all right. I'm bad, but I'm here at the wedding. Let the wedding begin. Woo! Let the wedding begin and let the music commence, because I am bad. But here, how did that bad person get to the wedding? It's an highway. You know why? Because you do things that the system can't figure out why you do them. We were talking at lunch today. They don't know what's troubling you. They don't know. You don't know what's troubling you. You might have a glandular disorder that causes you to do something. You might have an endocrine disorder. You might have a hormone imbalance. You might have something wrong in the brain. They don't know that. But all they know they can do is point a finger and say, you're guilty, you're sinning. And you're trying to say, what's wrong with me? And why do I feel the way I do? And all of these things inside of you are going. They don't know. They don't understand the body. They don't understand the universe. They don't understand the mind. They don't understand the glands and the hormones. All like that. Everybody's cut out of a cookie cutter and say you shouldn't do this. They know that. They don't know that you can't help it. But here God says, wait a minute. Whoa. All I've asked anybody, I don't care if you're a murderer, rapist, I asked you, get up to the upper room and I'll grab you in the highway and I'll take you to the wedding. Just get out and away from the evil one, and the evil one is your own mind. Get away from the evil one, which is your own mind, and up on that highway I will come and I will take you to the wedding. Doesn't make any difference whether you did this or said that or said the other thing. Christianity says you got to confess Jesus is Lord. Exactly what they don't do. Because if you're going to confess Jesus as Lord, you're going to say, I can confess Jesus as Lord because I do what he says to do. I come and I sit and I deeply dig within myself and I practice the single eye and I cast my energies to the right side. I obey Jesus Christ. He is Lord. Who else can say that? What have they done? Do they go inside? No, they say don't go inside. Do they practice the single eye? No, they say it's evil. Do they cast their energies to the right side? They don't even know what's on the right side. So what do? They read and they sing. And they read, and they sing, and they sit, and they stare, and they give money, and they read, and they sing, and they sit, and they stare, and they give money, and they read, and they sing. That's all they do. Everything. Bible studies. They study the Bible. Forever. Never do a thing it says. Study it, and study it, and study it. Go to Bible studies. Where does Jesus say, I want you to go to Bible? Where did Jesus say, I want you to go to church? He said, I want you to seek within yourself for the kingdom of God. I want you to practice the single eye. And the problem with, you know why they never do it? Because the church and religion tells them, you're not qualified to do it. What you're qualified to do is sit and donate. Put money in the pot and shut up. I'll tell you. I'll read more stories to you. I'll give messages and tell you stuff. Don't you do nothing. And that's the problem. I will be exalted in the heathen. And then it says in Psalm 46:10, I will be exalted in the earth. In other words, that's the mind of man. So you yourself are an expression of God. He is trying to be exalted in you. And you do that by going up to the highway. And this expression manifests when you what? Be still. What they say to Moses, Moses, stop. God will fight you. You stop.